Sure. Huge win Saturday night in awful conditions. Weather hasn't cleared up much since Friday afternoon, so it's been a rough weekend weather-wise, but we get a win and finish up 3-1 in non-conference play. Really important, I think, for our league and us to do well against the other group of five conferences, and felt like our guys stepped up to the challenge and got wins against two good leagues and two good teams. So that carries us into conference play Saturday night against a really good opponent in Georgia Southern. I think you can watch them on film. They're playing extremely hard for Chad, and just a ton of confidence and excitement, I think, that'll be built around this game. So it'd be tough to go their place. Triple option is always tough to prepare for. And just starting off conference play, everybody wants to get a win in their first trip out, and I know we'll get a huge challenge from those guys on Saturday night. So, but pleased where the guys are at, and I think we got out of the relatively healthy during non-conference going into conference play. I think we're very fortunate in that sense as well, and should be at basically 100% on Saturday night.
Thank you, Coach. Our first questions come from Luke Matheson with RedWolfReport.com. Please go ahead, Luke.
Hey, Coach. Your thoughts on William Bradley King getting Defensive Player of the Week?
Well, he definitely had a big game, and he's been getting better every week. Kind of been fighting off some nagging injuries, and to see him have a big night, I thought, he obviously gets the award and played well. But as you watch the tape, I mean, it was a group effort. Bingham didn't have great numbers, but he moved the quarterback into William a few times. We had great push inside, and I thought William just did a great job playing with tremendous effort and finding ways to get to the ball. So it doesn't surprise me that he's playing at a high level. He had a great spring and prepared really, really well. But I think that group up there together are doing a great job playing as together, gap sound, tons of energy and effort from the entire front seven.
Second question for you. What are some things that you guys have experienced this year so far that you feel can help you against Georgia Southern on both sides of the football?
Well, I think we've had to find different ways to win. Each game's kind of been different for us in terms of opponent and then condition and the matchup. I mean, we've seen the best team in the country, and that poses its own problem. We've seen terrible weather, and we've seen two teams that run the ball differently, one team that plays extremely fast, and I think we just watched our team find different ways to win games, and not always pretty but effective. I think some of the running schemes that we saw the last 2 weeks hopefully will help us as we travel down and see a true triple option team. And they're really good at what they do, and they present problems that nobody else does. But both UNLV and Tulsa were committed to running the ball and trying to get you out in leverage and formationally get numbers on you, and that's very similar to what we see from Georgia Southern. Defensively, it'll be a challenge. It's going to be kind of another look at a different defensive scheme, something we really haven't seen yet. So it'll present a challenge for our offense to be able to match up to it and identify it well.
Thank you.
Thank you, Luke. And we have time for one more with Dan McDonald with The Advocate. Dan, please go ahead.
Morning, Coach.
Morning.
Can you talk a little bit about Murray's performance second half, jumping in there, starting for you, and obviously played well second half?
Yeah, we just keep throwing him out there. He gets better with every rep. He obviously showed everybody things in fall camp that excited everybody. I mean, he's got the ability to go the distance. He's making guys miss. He's running with power. I think part of the issue that's just him growing up and learning, so he always knows what to do. Still mentally, there's still a lot going on. And I think both Warren One and Wayway have done a good job kind of helping grow him up, kind of a tutor type environment in that room, and they're always talking to him, and he does a good job listening. But he showed himself, in a big way Saturday night. Just the ability to make guys miss, extend plays. The run he had late in the game to break things open for us was, it was well blocked, but at the same time he made a couple guys miss. He broke a couple tackles and got us in the end zone when we needed it, really needed it at that time. And I think his reps will just consistently get better and better as he truly gains confidence in that he knows what to do all the time.
Appreciate it, Coach.
Sure.